Hippy qualifying through the qualifiers. Admiration was actually given a free ticket to the groups. Alright, Hippy has locked in. And here we go. Game number 1. And we have an arbiter mirror coming out from both players here. Arbiter has become a very popular pick on Rift of recent times. Myself saying that he is OP and broken. Others not agreeing, but here we are, the first game of a $1,000 tournament, and both players will be picking Arbiter, and we have Admiration in the blue. Going to be opening up double grunts.
Harvester constructed.
Nintend0 Hippy doing the exact same in the red. Double house opener for him. We have a Gen 3rd for Admiration. See where he's going. Elite grunts are super fast. We have Vex's grunt's going to be going across to the power on the sides. Hippy's grunt slightly behind, so Vex is going to get there a lot faster than him on the left side. Not the right side though. Admiration. Vex. Don't know what to call him at the moment. He's a man of many faces, a man of many names. The Smurf King, as some people will call him. Nintend0 Hippy also picking up his mini base on the right hand side. Both players going to be picking up their back one as well. Pretty similar builds from both players. In fact, the exact same, except for that late mini base from Nintend0 Hippy. Admiration almost picked up most of this power. It looks like they're just going to share it, to be honest. Hippy going to be slightly ahead on power. He has picked up more on the right, and he's going to grab most of this on the left as well. As the generator upgrades are going to be on point for both players here. Hippy has left to go pick up what's remaining of the power in the small bundles in the middle of the map.
Their infantry is targeting us. Mini base complete. Harvester constructed. Augmented extractor upgrade complete.
Admiration actually losing out a grunt fight on the right there, almost dying. We got the second generator coming up for Admiration. We have the second generator coming up for Hippy. It's like both players have been looking at each other's builds, knowing what they're going for. We got active camo for Admiration being researched now. Not actually seeing that out of Hippy though. Not yet anyway.
Harvester constructed.
Clock grunt almost up, which means Admiration will be able to take a few of these power nodes while going into Cloak, but also he'll be able to fight Hippy's grunt early on, since Hippy does not have Cloak right now. Needs to scout it though. There we go. 4 power nodes being picked up right now for Admiration, while Hippy is working on his first by doing it the old school way, clearing out all of the sentinels, and there is a late active camo from him, 10 seconds out.
What are your orders?
Second generator being upgraded for Admiration. Hippy already upgraded his before he got active camo. So it looks like Admiration just went into the active camo first before getting that second gen upgrade. One of the nodes already been retaken by the Sentinel, but that should be denied by Admiration's grunt there. Should be able to kill that off. And he's now clearing out the Sentinels on the other nodes. Doing a good job. Hippy going to be stealing one away from him. In the back. Just grunt spam, guys. Just elite grunts from both players with active camo. It's like a huge mirror. No turrets necessary by the looks of things. Hippy and Cloak going to be stealing the node away from him, and the little sneaky Cloaky boy over here.
My squad is in combat with enemy.
And another one. Hippy stealing the malt bar. This is generally what we're going to be seeing early on in this game. Both players just taking nodes away from each other. There is the Tech 2 queued up for Admiration, 30 seconds out, and Hippy 28 seconds out. So both very, very even so far in this game. Admiration with 10 more population of grunts than Hippy does. Hippy has the raid camp coming up. No early raid camp from Admiration, actually. Does pick up the Expo. Grouping all of his grunts back up here. Not actually picking up this power node at the moment. Probably microing somewhere else, judging by his cursor.
Citadel upgrade complete.
There's the second raid camp for Hippy. First raid camp going down for Admiration, so Hippy is actually going to be ahead slightly on ranger numbers here, just because he had the raid camp up initially. He's going to at least have 2 or 3 extra rangers than Admiration.
We are being engaged.
Second raid camp coming up on the mini base. Remember guys, in these high level games as well, every little second does make a huge difference at this level.
Raid camp constructed.
Hippy sneaking through the army. It's like Frodo sneaking through Mordor with a ring over here. Does get seen there. Grunt's gonna get taken down.
Harvester constructed.
Bit of cloak on cloak action in the middle.
Taking fire from enemy infantry.
Gonna get the cap on it. More and more elite rangers. Nothing built on Admiration's Expo yet. It does have that apex coming up at the back. We got from Hippy. The late apex from him, but he does have rangers out. We got 4 rangers for Hippy. Looks like just 1 for Admiration at the moment.
We are enduring an air attack.
Phantoms coming out on 3rd point for Admiration. Doesn't look like Hippy is going to be doing the same though.
Infantry is targeting us.
That could be the thing that changes this game up. We have 3 Phantoms out for Admiration now. More on their way. We got a 3rd raid camp coming up for him also.
Power node.
Huge ball of rangers. But here is the Phantoms. Hippy has scouted it. What's he going to do? He's got a 3rd generator coming up on the Expo. No foundry. Just going to play it with grunts, I guess. Admiration going to be going to the high ground. Hippy can see up there because of the garrison.
Our base.
Phantom actually taking a lot of damage to these rangers.
The enemy has captured.
He's going to lose a Phantom here. Fall out, take a few damage as they come out. Fair generator now going to be coming up for Admiration on his Expo. Hippy doing a great job.
The enemy has captured our power
Guess he
node.
doesn't feel like he needs the foundry.
Squad reserves research.
Squad reserves research for Nintendo Hippy. That means he has upgraded the elite grunts all of the way. That Expo is being upgraded for Admiration as well. Hippy upgrading his, but 40 seconds behind. Let the stasis mines go down for both players there.
What would you have my squad do?
Oh, there's the mines for Hippy. 60 population versus 73. There is 2 Phantoms here. Hippy's losing a lot.
Allies are in danger.
That's managed to take down 2 of the Phantoms. Not sure what the Hunter is for.
Taking fire from ground.
It's like, is Hippy slightly ahead in this fight? He has more rangers here. He's got the grunts. Now all the Phantoms are gone. Admiration getting wiped here, and Hippy's got his reinforcements coming in. He's going to chase.
Complete.
Admiration losing almost half of his units there. He's got more trickling in as well. More rangers coming out for Hippy. There's the engineer. Not going to be using the energy shield though.
Extractor
Now pushing up to the main base. Very low on blue. That's the Expo upgrade. Finally that foundry is going to be coming up.
What are your orders?
Is that shield gen? No, just a turret coming up for Admiration on his Expo. He cannot afford the shield gen. Still very similar in population. Hippy now slightly ahead on resources, but Admiration does have all of the power nodes right now. 4-1 on power nodes. Hippy is pushing through with brute force. We do have Reavers on the way out. There's only 1 Phantom here.
Under infantry attack.
2 Phantoms. Got an infantry upgrade for both players.
Rangers reporting for duty.
There is the Reaver that he needs. Still has the raid camps up as well. Lacking on the power nodes right now.
attack.
Shield generator is going to be built for admiration. Very late on that fair generator upgrade.
My squad is being targeted. Rangers active in the field.
If he's trying to take that node away, but admiration is going to deny it. Has the Reaver for these Phantoms. One is super weak. Pushing up on transmission, like, it says they're pretty similar on population, but I just don't see it from admiration. I think it's because of all the grunts he has on the nodes. The Reaver trying to chase these Phantoms down. Just in rage, going to be taking one down. And there goes the Conduit of Rage mines. On Hippy's army, he's going to chase down what's left of these Rangers outside of admiration's base. Nobody is getting Tech 2 anytime soon. There goes the shield. Hippy won't be able to push this with these Rangers. There is no base damage to take this shield down. And his army's going to fall apart. With those Rangers under the shield, it's going to be really difficult. But while all this is going on, he is going to be taking the power nodes back. Does have stasis back. Oh, there's the stasis from admiration, but he can counter with his own stasis. Going to get a nice one off. Pretty much caught everything here, but that's going to allow admiration to pull his units ahead. And it does look like he has greater units. He's got 8 C-pop, full population. Try and pull this down. Remember, he has no Reavers here either in his composition because he doesn't have to fight the Phantoms. Just one Reaver for these engines. Sneaks the garrison. Hippy gonna have to back off. But he's not actually losing a lot. The engineers are basically healing up everything that he is losing. There's the shield. More Phantoms now coming out for admiration. No shield on the main. Just on the Expo. A lot of red bar units. Holds one power node. It's like he might lose the one on the right as well.
We are under attack.
Another infantry upgrade coming out for Hippy. Squad reserves coming out for admiration. We do have a Locust to add a bit of base damage. Will help against all these Rangers as well, since admiration does not have any hunters. There is squad reserves. Nobody going to be going tech free anytime soon, but admiration is going to be picking up that third base. Going to be working on the power nodes again as well. We now have the Phantom point from Hippy. Looks like that might have been his 5th point. Going into Phantoms.
Has captured our power node.
The Arbiter Hero going to be coming out for Hippy as well. And he's going to check the third base. So admiration going to be slightly ahead on bases here. Unless Hippy can deny it. But he's just building up his army at the moment. Both players are full population. Admiration, however, 2,200 blue. Still has a triple raid camp. He is getting infantry level 2 as well. Going to be matching Hippy. Does not have his hero.
The enemy has captured our power node. Swift Fury researched.
The Arbiter has now been fully upgraded.
Infantry level 2 research.
Infantry level 2 for admiration is now being researched. It's completed. Shield gen coming up on the main base for admiration. We have a shield gen on the Expo for Hippy. Nothing on the third base as of yet. But it looks like we are getting a push down the right hand side from Hippy, pushing up to the Expo. Big stasis is going to be going down. Catches most of the army there.
Reinforcements level 1 researched.
Reinforcements now for admiration. Hippy also doing the same. It's pretty much the same on both sides, to be honest. There is the counter stasis by Hippy. Got the Reavers open. He can take those down. Mass stasis at the back from admiration as well. Going to be catching the rest of the army. Remember, Hippy does not have mass stasis, I believe, because he did go into Phantoms on 5th.
Our allies are in danger.
Hippy backing off with half of his army at least. He might lose the rest here. He'll be saving his leader. Just the one Reaver there. Reinforcements of both players. Both players at 78 population. Hunters and Phantoms now coming out for Nintendo Hippy. Does not have that third base. The third base is being upgraded for Admiration.
Being targeted by ground troops.
Phantom awaiting orders.
Now, Sneaky Marauder gonna do a bit of damage to the mini base. That should probably be denied by one Hunter and a Phantom. They got the mobility to get up there and get back to the front line.
The enemy has captured our power node. Stronghold upgrade complete.
Surprise Hippy's not taking up his third base. He has the economy for it. He's lost the nodes again while all this is going on.
Turret complete. Turret constructed.
My grunts await your orders.
Kind of like he's just chilling, falling apart here. Hasn't checked the third. Alright, he has a lot of Phantoms now. He's going to be pushing across the middle of the map, but so does Admiration. And obviously Defender's advantage. Admiration can sit under a shield, has the stasises. Maybe he could stasis the army, drop the shield, and then he's fighting technically on even ground, but there is one anti-air turret.
Their infantry is targeting us.
Let's see if he really wants to push. So guys, remember there is a 60-minute timer in the groups. As soon as it hits 60 minutes, that is it. It will be a draw. Now it's to go down and force a drop from Nintendo Hippy. He's going to put some of them in the Phantoms. They do add a lot of base damage. Kind of wasting the Conduit of Rage boost there though. Fourth generator for Admiration. He is lacking on power. He has a shit ton of blue.
My Phantom is ready to join the fight.
And here is the push down the left by Hippy. He's trying to make something happen.
The enemy's in the fortress.
Admiration playing very conserved. Gonna take down one Phantom. Now on the way over, there's the stasis. He should have split. Pre-split going in if you know that's going to happen, because this allows Admiration time to get all the way over here to defend this base. Shield gen, no, cloaking gen actually coming up at the bar. Interesting, because he does have detect. Has wasted the stasis though. He will not have stasis for this next fight. There's the mines. Hippy has to use something. Uses the Y ability with his leader. He got this good stasis going down on the army. Going to be able to pick off a couple of these Phantoms. Has split up the army. Can push onto these Rangers as well. And this is what I mentioned about not having the stasis in the next fight. Admiration could be losing a lot while his army is split. The mine's going down with the Conduit of Rage buff as well. Hippy, 95 population versus 72 now. He's wiping everything. Mass cloaking goes down for Admiration. So he does have detect, but that's going to be for the speed and the health buff. 94 versus 63. Hippy pushing back to the hill. Admiration kind of has to push away. He lost a lot. Do have a cloaking generator on the main. Admiration does have a lot of resources right now. He is tech free. Is he going possibly for Scarab? I don't know. This base is going to fall as Hippy picks up his third while this is happening as well. But Admiration still has the better economy. Can rebuild, but can he get any to defend this? It does not look like it will be, except for the mass stasis coming in at the perfect time. It's going to heal the base a little bit as well. Allow the army to get over. Base is still dead though.
Our base is under attack. Our allies
Base falls. It's not going to hurt Admiration too much since Hippy has not got his base online and it has been scouted. Expert has been upgraded to 7 pads. That's going to help add some extra pads down there. Increases economy. Both players obviously are tech free. We got the cloaking gen on the main base for Hippy.
We
base is under attack.
I mean, Hippy is the man at the moment. He's making the plays happen. He's pushed at least 3 or 4 times this game. Admiration just kind of sitting back and taking it. He could have denied this Fed quite easily, sending a Phantom with a couple of enforcers over there while he was losing this base. He knew he couldn't defend it, so that'd have been the perfect split push for him.
I am enduring a ground assault.
There goes the Mars for Admiration. That's going to give him the buff. Hippy has his army split, so he's going to be losing a lot of these units. These are the small mistakes you do not want to be doing at this level. We saw it in the last fight where Admiration lost most of his because of the perfect stasis. Now we're seeing Hippy lose a lot of his army because it is split up. There is the mines from Hippy. Admiration winning this fight. 93 population to 63. Stasis back up for Hippy. He might just want to use it to get out of here. Admiration going to be the one dropping that down there. There is the Enforcer drop. Somehow Hippy just takes the advantage in that battle. Not pushing though, he's not chasing the army.
Augmented extractor upgrade.
Third base is going to get online.
Their infantry is targeting us.
Our base is under attack.
And it's just very even fights going down. Look at this army of enforcers he has. He's going to go over to deny this, but this is a lot of base damage. Has some Vet 1 Rangers in the mix as well, due to the Phantoms. So, for anybody who doesn't know, units only gain veterancy when they're stood still. And garrisoned units like Phantoms, Mastodons, Wraith Invaders allow you to gain that a lot faster while also moving. The disrespect from Hippy is going to be doing a little arbiter dance there. There's Plasma Ball. Mass Stasis going down on the Wraiths at the back of the army. Going to catch his leader in there as well. But the rest of Admiration's army is going to get shredded. And can these Wraiths really fight the Hunters in the Phantoms? I think not. Hippy at 112 population. He just needs to gather it. Hunters on the way. Needs more Phantoms. There's the buff from the Wire Belly on the leader. That looks like Conduit Rage level 1 still for Hippy. Leader is healing, but that is a Tech 3 leader compared to the Tech 1 leader from Admiration.
Harvester constructed.
Got vehicle upgrade now coming out for Admiration. Phantoms, and more Phantoms for Nintendo Hippy. Gonna be backing off, getting chased down. Back to his shield you go. Tail between your legs. Admiration though, these Wraiths are killing him. Going to be getting reinforcements level 2, so he can match the population of Nintendo Hippy. He's going to push him onto the third base now. That third base is not upgraded. 4 Wraiths should be able to kill this quite easily. But does he have stasis to defend it? Quite possibly.
The enemy has captured our power node.
He's on his way over there. Not going to stasis the base. And the base is going to fall. Here we go, there's the stasis mines. All these Wraiths should be shredded by these Hunters. Mass cloaking coming out for Admiration, but it's not going to help. All the Wraiths are dead. This is just grunts. This is just grunts from Admiration. Grunts and a leader, possibly a dream as well. He's going to send his leader to deal with the Reavers. 53 population versus 108. Looks like Hippy might be taking game number 1 if it goes on like this any longer. Mass Stasis back up for Admiration. The Enforcer drop comes down, but it does not hit his army with the Conduit of Rage there. Arbiter going to be raging down the map. Going to have a one-on-one Arbiter fight. One is Tech 3, one is Tech 2. Hippy can push. If only he knew what sort of situation Admiration is in right now. No blue, no power, no units. And he has 115 pop of Phantoms after that wipe. Upgraded the Phantoms as well, can put 3 units in each of those. Hippy the goat. At this moment in time.
Arbiter's reprisal researched. Leader power ready. Leader power ready.
All I can say is imagine Hero Absolution beating Hippy 4-2 in the qualifier finals and then dodging the main tournament against Admiration because he felt he couldn't win, and here we are with Hippy currently in the lead.
Harvester constructed.
Oh, thank you for the sub earlier as well, Edge. Appreciate it. And for anybody who doesn't know, Edge in the chat, he donated $1,000 to make this tournament happen. We've been planning it for about 10 weeks now. And here we are, it has finally come.
Vehicle level 2 researched.
But we do try and do tournaments every month, keep them going. So if you do want to sub or donate, it does help a lot to keep them going. None of the money does go to myself unless you say so. Do it all for free. Fourth base of Hippy. Not going to be a huge loss for him, but he won't be able to defend it. Or will he? The army of Phantoms are on the way. Oh, beautiful stasis. Going to be able to take down this leader, I think. Very tanky leader, the Arbiter. Siphons health so much. There's the stasis now from Hippy. Great stasis. See, Admiration isn't splitting the army up with the stasises. He's hitting full stasis on the army. There is mass cloaking now. Kind of using the leader powers a bit early. The conduit of rage does last 10 seconds before you have to use another leader power, and it no longer stacks. So to get the best use out of it, you want to kind of wait maybe the 9-second mark and then drop it down. There's the mass stasis on the army again. And like I said, he's hitting everything here. Admiration's broke. 64 population. 218. And he has nothing. He can't build anything. He has no money. He's used all of his stasises. And this could be game over right here, right now. Because Hippy has almost 4k blue in the bank. Has him on the back foot. All he has is grunts. Phase 6. So 118, Hippy losing nothing. The shield falls on the main. There you have it. Nintendo Hippy going to be taking game number 1 in this Arbiter mirror on Rift. And we will be going to Vault for game number 2. Admiration has the better economy, but it just couldn't kill enough units. Nintendo Hippy. Surprising everyone. With game number 1. Now Vault. Game 2. Wow, so from the other stream as well, guys, EOD Spartan Seb actually 1-0 up versus Mike Beaston as well. So Vex and Mike, who are considered two of the top players in the game, currently 1-0 down against two. I guess you can consider them as underdogs. They're still very good players, but underdogs in this comparison. And EOD was a last-minute filler for Hero Absolution as well. But here we go. Game 2 now. On Vault. Forge versus Decimus. This time not a mirror. Vault, a very big map. It does require a different strategy to what you see on normal maps. But do not neglect playing Tech 1. You see a lot of players quick tech on this, but you kind of want to do more of a passive tech. We are seeing the generator second from the Forge player Admiration. So the rolling economy allows you to upgrade that generator without actually picking up any power on the map. Jackrabbit is off on his bike. He's going somewhere over to Hippie's side of the map, but we do have the chopper going across to the left, possibly going to be picking up this mini base. Big map, might be looking at chopper spam. We got the Jackrabbit up here, he's going to be shooting the Sentinel, being super obnoxious to Hippie's grunts, trying to collect over there. Hippie going to be wiggling and running away from the Jackrabbit, trying to harass there as well. Chopper going to be picking up the mini on the left and then immediately going across to the power, and Admiration going to be doubling back with that Marine. There you go, the Jackrabbit going to be sneaking the power away. Already picked up his own power bundles over there. And we got them on the ledge, gathering the power as well.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Mini base complete.
So it's 2 mini bases for Hippie, 1 for Admiration. And there is the armory coming up from Admiration. I'm very surprised you would be seeing an armory. Maybe he's going to go into Forge-Hog Jackrabbits, but really tough against Decimus. The Vortex can shut the Forge-Hog down. And right now we have a War Council actually coming up for Hippie, so he can try and pull it in. Try and pull it in, but mobility is not going to be in his favour.
Council constructed.
The choppers, no, grunts. Grunts and Warlord. Going to be the army composition from Nintendo Hippy.
The enemy sent vehicles after me!
Chopper going to try and hunt down the Jackrabbit. The Jackrabbit is going to get a scout on the main base. Will not be able to catch it. They are faster than choppers. Going to be scouting the War Council. There we go. It's going to be Forge Hog on Jackrabbits, as mentioned earlier, against Grunts and Warlord. I mean, this is 2 sides of a coin right now. On one side, we have the mobility from the Forge Hog on the Jackrabbits, but on the opposite side, if they get caught out by a Warlord and these Grunts have Grunt Mine, he's going to wipe that army quite easily. Oh, wow. Alright, let's see what's happening. One sec, guys. Alright guys, that's unfortunate. We are going to do a replay. It's obviously caster's discretion on whether we give a free win to Vex or we replay. Since nothing really happened in that game, we are going to be doing the replay here. Especially since there is $1,000 on the line. We don't want anything such as shitty 343 servers to ruin the potential of this tournament. Imagine we're going to be getting similar builds from both players here.
Chopper, ready to scout.
The chopper open air fort, Nintendo Hippy, double harvester upgraded. And yeah, the same pathing from both players.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
Chopper going across to the left. Admiration going to be shooting the sentinel again. And going to be harassing the grunt again. Oh boy.
Power extractor constructed.
This time we do get the jackrabbit on the power on the right hand side. Going to be picking up the right side mini as well. Hippy did not pick up the mini on the left this early. And the chopper on the opposite side going to be gobbling up all of the power there. This time we're not seeing the Forge Hog come out 5th. And we're not seeing the War Council from Hippy. Oh, the War Council is actually going to be going on to the mini base. So I guess both players kind of got an opportunity to revise their plan here.
Mini base complete. Supply pad upgrade complete.
Cancelling the War Council actually, as he gets the scout on the main base of Admiration. He sees that he does not have the armory up, therefore he's going to cancel his own War Council. Second generator instead, going to be coming down on the main base as Admiration is about to scout this. He's going to get all the information he needs to react and determine what he is going to do. Grenade throw actually. And the second generator are going to be coming up for Admiration. Oh, he cancels. He gets it. Okay, he gets it. Looks like it was cancelled then, but Marine spam from him. Grunt spam from Hippy.
Down these enemy vehicles.
Has he scouted yet?
Harvester constructed.
Okay, he's off to rescout the base. He will now see the second generator up. Left a bit of power here.
Barracks constructed.
And a double barracks from Admiration as the grunts push up to it. Hippy scouts it and runs away. going to have to swap into a raid camp. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. Reacting to what Admiration's doing now. Does not have that double mini base of his own. He does have 29 population of grunts versus 27 of marines with grenade throw. And we're going to be seeing an aggressive Tech 1 from Admiration. As both players start picking up the power nodes. Hippy on the left, Admiration in the center. Up on the high ground here. Going to give him a lot of vision around the map. This is a nice garrison to have because he's expecting Hippy to take this double, which he has now done. Our chopper doing a bit of damage to the heavy supply pad at the back. Actually upgraded 2 of these due to rolling economy. Very cheap to upgrade your pads with Forge. And here is the Suicide Grunts coming out for Nintendo Hippy. Might put a second Rax down here. There we go. He is going to do it because this is where the fighting's happening. Going to need to defend this. We've got Flamers coming out. A couple of snipers on the high ground might work wonders in this engagement, but Admiration cleared the power node, has not yet picked it up. Gonna have to go back for that. Here's the fight. Grenade throwing shrapnel rounds going down. Shrapnel rounds actually does a lot better in these fights than grenade throw does. But we do have flamers here now, which will melt through this army. Suicide Grunts coming out as Hippy is queuing up Tech 2. Admiration can now go Tech 2 as well, but he's trying to split from the Sui. Another one's about to come out of the main base as he groups up. Oh, it's going to be... It was going to be good, but the Sui kind of fucked up. Oh boy, 78 population versus 24 in favor of Admiration. The Suicide Grunts are actually getting picked off because they're running all over the point. This is a ton of units, and both players are going Tech 2. Sniper on the high ground. And we're connecting with one of the Suicide Grunts. A lot of red bar here. Double raid camp on the double mini. I'm going to be killing all of those marines. Almost. All red bar. More flamers coming in. The double racks is still up. Tech 2 almost done. Now got 4th raid camp coming out for Nintendo Hippy. He knows he's going to lose the double. He's got Suicide Grunts locked in there. They're all coming out now. Trying to connect. Need to connect into the bundles rather than getting shot by this sniper. Hippy not looking. He is going to recycle the raid camps on there as he loses the double mini. The Expo comes up for Admiration and he's going to be going up into a double garage. He knows he has 60 population of infantry. He knows Hippy has to go into Rangers to deal with this army of infantry. And then he's just going to swap straight into Warthogs where Hippy will have... Oh boy. Hippy would have had no hunters. Still the barracks up. Hellbringers on the way still.
Turret constructed.
Apex constructed.
Armory constructed. Mini base ready to use. Our base is under attack.
Mosu is going in. Raid camping in Apex at the back now. Snipers on the high ground though, making good work of these Rangers. Has the double mini, has the Expo, and he has Forge's economy. Dispersion nozzles has been researched now for Admiration.
Marines are ready to go.
Supply pad constructed.
Hippy going to be pinned back on his main base. Admiration has a huge advantage here.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
Possible dispersion nozzle push with a Kodiak drop on this next point. A lot of Rangers push it. He misses the Scar Bomb. Completely misses the Scar Bomb. The beam going to be coming down. Splits are coming out now.
Our base is under attack.
Losing a lot there. Hippy managing to power through. 32 population to 48. Hippy should still have a Vortex. Forchok on the way, not upgraded, but Hippy is going to wipe all of that. Admiration dropped as quickly as that from 60 population to 23 from one beam and a bunch of Rangers. Here's the Forchok.
Our base is under attack.
It doesn't even have Anvil around right now. This has been a slow Tech 2 for Admiration now. The Vortex going to be catching The Forge Hog. There is a Nightingale there, going to be smoking it. There is a Hunter as well. We should be able to get away.
Anvil round upgrade complete.
Nightingale under assault from enemy troops. Need support. I'm being hit by enemy troops.
Our base is under attack.
Remember, you can't really afford to be behind against Decimus. He scales very well. Boundless Siphon, Decimus drop. And Hippy is pulling it back. He was pinned down for a while, but that big engagement has allowed him to regain map control. Pushing up onto the mini base where the flamers are producing. The Warthog's coming out now with the dispersion nozzle flamers.
Our base is under attack.
We're being attacked by enemy troops.
Alright, results just in, guys. Looks like Mike Beaston did manage to beat EOD 2-1 in the other group after going 1-0 down. Is that a Kodiak drop? The Kodiak drop is on the ledge. Dispersion nozzle flamers are going to be pushing up onto the army as well. With the Forge Hog, there is only 2 Hunters here. On the high ground, though, he should be able to escape out of range of those Kodiaks. And he did almost lose that double mini, but he's going to be able to defend it. Shroud's now coming out, just for the Kodiaks.
Our base is under attack.
Hippy's using this time to actually take the right side power node while his army is over here. Normally you wouldn't venture that far. No expo for Nintendo Hippy. We got 2 power nodes in his favour, 0 for Admiration. Despite being very close to this one, he could be taking it with a Flamer, clearing it out with the Warthog. Hippy going to be trudging through the trenches, through the water, regain position back in the middle of the map. See, in Hippy's position, you probably don't want to take this middle expo with the Kodiaks on the high ground as well. It's going to be really hard to defend. He's going to probably have to take the right side one when he needs to.
They seek the ground.
Is he pushing up now?
Our base is under attack.
Should only push if he has Vortex and Beam at the ready. Admiration with almost enough for a Grizzly drop. Looks like Kodiaks are backing off. Vortex is back up for Hippy. He's going to be taking the middle expo. So he's choosing to push the army away. Scatbomb going to connect with some of that. Anvil round going to be going down. It's actually going to connect since the Shroud has already used its ability to deflect. Pushing up now with the Cloak. There is a Vortex onto the Forge Hog. The smoke's going to be going down. Double smoke going to be cloaking a lot of this army. Good micro there by Vex, despite his earlier splits. And there is a huge beam coming down in the middle. The splits are coming out. The Forge Hog is a goner. That Forge Hog is dead. Going to be focusing the Nightingales. They are sat in the smoke. Admiration losing a lot here, but still our 72 population has enough now for the Grizzly drop. The Forge Hog finally falls during this engagement. We got the Kodiak split out the back with enough range to help deal with this army. Everything getting melted by these Flamers and Hogs. Flamers and Hogs. Flamers and Hogs pushing Admiration away. Down the hill. Hippy losing like everything here. He has the expo, nothing built on it. He has no blue. Just a couple of shrouds. And a bunch of grunts after that engagement.
Harvester constructed. Our base is under attack.
Admiration now going to be pushing onto the expo with these dispersion nozzles. Played this really well. There's a Kodiak on the front line. OP. Does a lot of damage with that minigun. The Hunter is going to back it away. The Shroud does have the army cloak. Where's the detect? What's he got in here?
Reinforcements level 1 research.
Needs to get under the Shrouds. He does not have any detect here. 4 Rangers. No detect. There is the Grizzly drop. on top of the army. This could be game over, but the Decimus shot right in the middle of the army. The wire ability delayed there, going off, but it's going to kill all of the infantry, do a lot of damage to the Grizzlies as well. Hippy might hold just because of that. Shrouds go back up. Nothing else here. Pulls one of the Grizzlies in. Does have another Kodiak drop on the high ground. Only 3 Kodiaks since one was in the front line. Just Hippy has nothing. 42 population, no economy. And Admiration is literally drowning in money. Grizzly Drop's almost dead.
Another attack from ground troops. Over.
No shield on the main base. The Expo's gonna fall. If the Grizzly Drop dries, this is over for Nintendo Hippy. Look how much he heals. That could be it. Hippy's gonna stay on a few more minutes, try and defend this, but the map's looking very blue right now.
Turret constructed.
And there you have it. Nintendo Hippy is gonna resign. Game number 2 goes to Admiration. I just got to do the maps for Lethal as well. So another good game there from both of these top players. All Frontier Mirage. Fault Frontier Mirage. That's how it's been done. There you have it. Final game actually going to be going down on Frontier. So guys, to make it fair and even and kind of add some unpredictability to the tournament, we're doing random maps today. So we've got a random map generator on my other screen. We did the map draw before this series started, and we'll do another draw when just before the next series starts. So we get the 3 random maps for the series. Gefinator, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you stick around to enjoy the tournament. And welcome to all of Gefinator's followers in the chat. Thank you for the follow, Gefzilla. Okay, we go to the third and final game to see who takes 2 points in this series. I'm going to be seeing an Atriox mirror. We've already had an Abu mirror, switched it up a bit differently in game number 2, but now we have Atriox versus Atriox on Frontier. And this is so important, this win. The person who gets 2 points here can kind of afford to kind of draw or drop a game in the next series, because you only get 2 series. There's 3 people in each group. If you win both your games, you're guaranteed to go through. It's down to the other players, but a draw is possible. A draw is possible. We got Admiration immediately up, going across to the left-hand side with the Grunts. Got Chopper Opener, double supply pad, and Descendant Grunt across to the right as well. Nintendo Hippy kind of doing the same. He doesn't have a Grunt going to the left side, so Admiration is going to get all of that power to himself. Got the Chopper in the middle. And they're going to battle it out for the power on the right.
Augmented extractor upgrade complete.
Generate fed from Admiration. That gen first from Nintendo Hippy. Different builds from both players. Armory 4th. Doing the aggressive Atriox build on this map. It can be stopped, but you have to scout it. And so far, Admiration has not done that. Middle mini base has been picked up for Admiration. Does still have the Chopper in the middle. And there is the War Council 5th. Just a normal standard War Council Atriox build from Admiration. And the Chosen is already on the way out. 35 seconds. The raid camp going down for Hippy as well. Fireworks, sparks are about to happen. Hippy going full out aggression for game number 3. Raid camp on the middle mini for Admiration. 40 seconds out for his Chosen. 10 seconds out for Hippy. Doesn't have enough for the upgrade yet, Admiration. There is the middle mini picked up for Nintendo Hippy. His Chosen's already on his way across the map. We got the scout from Nintendo Hippy with the chopper. He's going to see the Chosen come out with no upgrade, and that is the time you want to kill him. Junkrat Brute's coming out in the middle as well. And here we go, an army of grunts, 22 population versus 18. Chosen unupgraded. If he sees this aggression, he needs to back off till he gets his upgrade. He cannot afford to get caught out right now. Oh, he's going to kill the chopper. Going to be running away. He has been caught by the Chosen. The shots are going to slow him. The ram needs to come down on that Chosen. The mines come down on the X-Bit, but Hippy's going to push through it. Oh, he's going to dupe him. He's going to dupe him. He loses his shield. Can he get his upgrade? He's going to be doing as much damage as he can. He gets the upgrade just in the nick of time. It's going to be close. They might trade. Whoa! The auto cancel makes him kill Hippy's Chosen, but he loses his own Chosen. The turret coming up at the back. And he's going to have to come back and defend this because Hippy already has jump pad proofs onto that war council here. See how fast he shot the Chosen there? 2 quick shots. And he was gone. And the grunts just cleaned up. Admiration comes back to defend, and this is the problem with the all-in aggression that Hippy decided to choose. He had to rebuild the War Council as well. That Chosen's going to be super delayed. Admiration now with 26 population versus 12. Nintendo Hippy doesn't really have the economy to build any units to defend against the counter push from Admiration. He's putting the jump pad brutes over the top with the countermeasures just to delay this push. Get his Chosen back out. His Chosen's 20 seconds out. Admiration's also 20 seconds out, but he does now have the greater population.
Our allies are in danger. Leader power ready.
More jump pad brutes coming out. Suicide Grunt onto the jump pad brutes of Admiration there. We got mines down on the exit. Going to be taking a middle node as well. His Chosen is on his way out. This game is far but over. $17 population for Hippy versus 32. He needs to rebuild back up before he can take an engagement. Unless he can get some good stuns on the Chosen. Chosen actually missing the Sentinel there. He's going to lose the middle mini, and he hasn't picked up any at the back here because of how costly that push was in the middle. The mine's going to explode. Hippy doesn't really have a lot here. He's going to stun the Chosen. Going to try and micro his Trox, but he does not have the numbers here now. Shrapnel mines research for Admiration. He's going to get a nice stun there. Bulwark going to be going down on his whole army. Hippy's just about to lose this game. He's about to lose the series. Admiration kills the Chosen again. Nintendo Hippy resigning. Admiration, by the skin of his teeth, pulls through 2-1. And he's going to be taking 2 points.